We're going to be looking at goal setting. Goal setting is found to be a really effective technique to help improve performance in a variety of different settings, including sport, education, looking for a job. We're going to look at some of the principles behind successful goal setting. We're looking at some of the principles behind successful goal setting. The first is your goal should be personal. It's about what you're going to achieve. So say to yourself, I want to achieve X. Second up, your goals should be challenging. They should be challenging but attainable, and also be realistic. So that set yourself something you want to achieve. It's difficult, challenging, and you put lots of effort, but it's got to be attainable in the long run. The next principle is that your goals should be measurable. You need to know whether you achieve them. That might be whether you achieve a certain time or a certain finish, but it also might be a subjective thing. So you might have to develop a sort of 1 to 10 scale just to say just how well you've done on that day. The next principle is that your goals should be flexible. Have a plan A, a plan B, or even a plan C. The reason for this is you don't know how difficult it will be to achieve those goals. Yes, set a goal to achieve A, but situational constraints might mean that you might have to reduce what you want to achieve on the day. And that might mean that you're working really hard, really motivated to achieve the plan A, but the plan B will still be a pretty successful performance. We tend to set goals and we think of the outcome, whether that's a finish time, finish position, winning a certain match. But it's also important to think about just how you're going to do that. So think through the parts of performance. Imagine yourself at the start of the competition, imagine yourself during the middle parts of the competition, possibly at the most difficult part, so that you can work out how you're going to overcome those challenges. That's a really important part of goal setting.
I'm 20 years old. I have been playing hockey since I was 7. I currently play at university level and I'm second team captain. My long-term goal is to ultimately score 1 or more goals in every game, and my short-term goal is to improve my hitting accuracy. For the training session, my goal will ultimately be to score 8 out of 10 goals, and to do this, I'm going to record the amount of goals I score. During the session, we will mainly be focusing on shooting drills, and during these drills I'm going to focus on placing the balls that I hit into the corners of the goal, as this is usually where the goalkeeper finds it most difficult to save. This goal is personal to me because I play forward and my main aim in a game of hockey is to score goals. This goal is challenging because at the moment my accuracy of hitting is not 100%, so during the session I'm really going to have to focus on placing the ball where I want it to go. I will hit 10 balls at the goal, and if I get at least 8 of the balls into the goal, either at the corners or in the middle, I will feel that I've achieved my goal. Plan A for this session is to hit the ball at the goal when there's a goalkeeper there. And my plan B is to push the ball at the goal when there's a goalkeeper there, and if I'm still not getting the ball in the goal, then I will take the goalkeeper out as my plan C and hit the ball at an empty goal. I want to improve the accuracy of my hit, so by doing this I need to make sure that I look up before I hit the ball to see that where I want to place it, and while I'm hitting the ball I need to get my head over it to maintain a good hitting technique.
Kilometre and 10-kilometre distance events. I've been competing for 6 years competitively. My long-term goal is to run the 10k in under 33 minutes by the end of this year. My short-term goals are to lower my personal best for 5k and improve my endurance. I will run a training session comprising a series of intervals around the running track at my target 10k pace. I will run a series of 1 mile repetitions and repeat this 6 times with a short recovery. This session is personal to me because I am practicing running at 10k pace for longer periods of time. I haven't run at my target 10k pace for long periods of time, so I will practice running harder for longer. I will look at the average time of my mile repetitions at the end of the session and see whether they were all consistent. My plan A will be to reduce the number of repetitions I complete, so I might do 5 repetitions instead of 6. My plan B will be to think about increasing the recovery between the repetitions, maybe from 1 minute to 90 seconds. My plan C will be to think about reducing the distance I run for each repetition. My process goal is to think about running relaxed and maintaining good running form at my 10k pace.